Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Thesis block on my channel, Question the Truth. And today we're going to talk about the universe, or time itself, but mostly the universe. So, why not start with, well, let's say a black hole? Okay, so I've been thinking about black holes. So, because I've been thinking about other stuff too that I have to combine with the more how should I put it, the more sane I am, which I am now kind of, the the more I can put it together into a sciencey logical way. uh, the higher frequency I am, well, you will perceive me as high frequency, manic. Then I'm low frequency. The lower frequency I am, the more, well, the the longer I perceive time to be. I'm not too sure about if, well, I notice time to be longer when I'm kind of manic. Well, anyway, so black holes. Let's see. Um, I know I had one black hole. Um, so okay. Thing is, I've, as long as I've lived, have had this. The whole science about black holes was like totally fucked up in 2015, right? Uh, because I first off, let's go into the sciencey stuff. So let's have a screen capture here. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? So this is a black hole, or it's a visualization of a black hole, and what they tend to say about black holes is that their mass is so compact that they suck everything into it, and it's like a, a cone for time where the where everything goes into this, it will be crushed at the same time. They're kind of saying, and the further in you get, the slower time will get. Yeah, okay. That's basically what a black hole is, right? A black hole is a place in space where gravity pulls so much that even light cannot get out. Gravity is so strong because matter has been squeezed into a tiny space. This can happen when a star is dying. Okay. Because no light can get out. People can't see black holes. They're invisible. Space telescopes with special tools can help find black holes. The special tools, well, I'm not going to read all that that crap. But so it's a high density it's high uh, it's a high density um, hole, right? Which within it has so for me, I can't grasp that thought at all. I can grasp it. I understand the idea of it, that, but why would the gravity be so? If the gravity is what they tend to think about it as, then it would suck it in and it would vanish. It would basically creating it would basically be creating a whole new star, wouldn't it? Because it's sucking in everything. So it would be sucking in everything that's like floating around in space. That's how I see it when they come with stupid ideas like this. But in 2015, NASA had some fun when light came out of it. And when I had my awakening, I said, I told my friend that, my God, I came from the black hole. And he was, no, no, you didn't. Because, okay, so a black hole, nothing can travel through it but energy. Energy is the only thing that can travel through it. If they have a higher density than the sound it's making. Yeah, okay, so black holes make sounds. We can start off by take this and black hole. Yeah, my history is so nice, isn't it? I have so much strange stuff. Let's see. Black hole sound. So, sound of two black holes colliding. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. So, I'm gonna I'm gonna have that down in the description, just so you know. But the thing is, I'm also gonna have this and this in description. And when it comes to, haven't you thought it's a bit strange that light actually is outside of the gravitational pull? How could it? How could it be like that? It's the most stupid idea ever, but it's not stupid. It's what people use to grasp it. Today I claimed that Einstein actually knew that time could be manipulated, and that was why he had this thought pattern going round, 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 over and over again about how to um, make an equation that would uh, get people to understand that time is in fact um, relative, but he didn't get. I don't know if the scientist actually understood everything that he meant by that, because he probably perceived the world a a bit different than anyone else. He used to be alone. He liked to be alone. And I have this notion, this small percentage notion that he and Tesla were talking together. We're talking a lot together. I have this strange feeling that that's true. Intuition. And since Tesla was an innovator and entrepreneur, and how he wasn't a scientist, he wasn't a mathematician, he just made what he had in mind come true. A mathematician is a person that takes what you can make and prove it on paper. So I believe those two had a conversation and they understood each other. So what happened was that Einstein helped Tesla and himself by trying to prove what Tesla had said about, well, time being relative. It's just a strange thought from my point of view, because Tesla never had the capability of actually putting his ideas down on paper so that others could mathematically understand them. The same comes with me. I'm not a physicist, and I'm not a mathematician, but I do understand what's happening here. And the thing is that I wonder, why don't anyone question why the black hole is making a frickin' sound? Because, okay, so uh, if we go back to the whole time is relative, it's relative, so you need the speed of light, speed of energy. You need that output to be able to count the perceivable time for everything. Well, for us, it takes 1 year to go around the sun. But if our electromagnetic field around Earth would be stronger, we would actually, what I think at least, we would actually perceive time as going slower. That's what I believe, since I believe that time is energy, filtered energy. If we lose our electromagnetic field, we will be hit by time itself, which would eliminate us at, because it would be, we can't live for how fast is time? Oh, is the speed of light, speed of light. Okay. Okay, so let's take meters. 186,000. What's that? Is that millimeters? Okay, let's take kilometer. Okay, here you have approximately 3.00 times 10. Well, I'm not a mathematician. I know what it's in Swedish, but not in English. Okay, so it's 299,792,458 meters per second. If we take that in consideration with time instead, if we delete the electromagnetic field, then light, which is energy, would kill us by time, not by fantastical rays of, well, energy is time, and we have all the spectra of time, which is X-ray, gamma rays, and lower till we have radio waves, and even lower than that. So, but they're not perceivable. Some people are able to see some of the. Okay, so let's go back to it's relative to everyone. So if Earth has a strong electromagnetic field, and what I've heard is that it's getting Earth's electromagnetic field, it's getting lower, which means if we are to like live in the future, we need to have something around towns, like domes of electromagnetic dome fields or something like that. Or we could, oh, check this out. Isn't that, oh, magnetism, but it's also wrong. This is wrong because what you see here is a torsion field. Torsion field physics. Come on. Yeah, it's pseudoscience. Fuck you. It's not pseudoscience if it's real. Okay, the torsion field. So everything has an electromagnetic field. We call it torsion field. It's two electromagnetic fields going in the opposite direction, but it's the same direction. It's like this. It's the same direction. It's perceived as different, but when it goes inside, it's four-dimensional. It's the four-dimensional thinking of a perceivable. It's the electromagnetic field, which is it looks like a freaking donut. Oh, and because it looks like a freaking donut, it's something strange. There should be something. Well, I'm not gonna talk about it, but that much. But okay, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to drop off with the whole. Let's see. Here we can have a torsion field that the humans create. So this is let's see, Earth, yeah. So the Earth magnetic field, no, not that. Torsion fields physics. We have the pseudoscience because people are too stupid to understand it. The torsion field, also called axion field, spin field, and spinor field, and microlepton field. It's also called bioelectric field, and it's how the freaking real electromagnetic field looks like. So we don't have the appropriate. Can you see the whole? It's the you need to combine those two because they go into one another, becoming a torsion field, and they have like it's not fully working right now because, well, torsion fields have this capability of communicating with a lot more than just one torsion field. So let's see. We have these. They're supposed to be driven by torsion fields. Yeah, it's an electromagnetic field, and you make the sound wave outside, so you push out the light So you have a torsion field that is so high pitched, or electromagnetic field that is so high pitched that it basically pushes out the light, so it will glow around it when it starts, and it will vanish or go really, really freaking fast. But it's all to do with the this shape is you can have it in any shape or form, but this is the most universal shape. Anyway, um, back to black holes. Yeah, what did I say here? Yeah, that something here, black holes, something is creating an electromagnetic field on every black hole that we can see or we can find because we can't see them. Um, every black hole is a high density of sound, and it pushes away the light, and the light still wants to go towards it because, well, it emits light from within. So I believe black holes are more or less the birth of suns. Uh, and kind of um, everything is quite simple actually. Take a moth and a fire. You have a moth and a flame. If you light a candle, it will give off light. It will emit the kind of same light that the sun would give out. It would be giving out light and warmth, and also some negative thingies like well, uh, carbon dioxide. Um, but animals tend to like to go to the flames, right? They always like the flames, the light. They like the lights until they set themselves on fire. So it's the same thing with humans. If we have a big personality that thinks he knows himself and stuff like that, and believes in himself and all of this, then people will kind of come towards that, follow that person, like movie stars and actors. Well, actors and well, movie stars and um, musicians and um people that are on TV or anything, people that are seen often, who get a lot of attention, tend to radiate more light. Um, so yeah, I will. So someone is stressed. Um, someone is really stressed. Okay, yeah, stop stressing me. So the whole thing is with the human nature, it's the same as animals. It's pretty much the same thing. The the whole thing with there's a lot with I'm there's so many thoughts, but this is just gonna be about black holes right now. Yeah, right. So we're gonna take this way. Torsion fields. So we have the black hole. Uh, what I have in thought is that it's creating an electromagnetic field or just emit sound. It's either of those two. I believe it's more likely that it's sound that it emits, and it emits a lot of sound to push the wave, push the to push away the light. And I, for one, wonder. I'm wondering what is making the sound there. What is making the sound? And we have what seems to be here. You have you can see there. This this is you have the gravitational waves that Einstein was talking about. It's more or less the a time travel loop, fractal. Um, Once we actually get to understand a lot of things in the future, we will try to change the past so it will go on faster and we will have greater and greater technology. And we've done that over and over and over and over and over and over again. But at the same time, there's people here that aren't as enlightened, and they walk around doing narcissistic or egotistic things um, everywhere. So there's um, back to time itself. What happens when you get, well, let's see, say we have atomic bomb. Atomic bomb. Uh, what happens to people that's close to in many movies and such, the people becomes like dust, right? Um, what happens if you lie in a dry area for like, say, 5,000 years? Say 10,000 years? What would become of you? Dust, right? Eventually. Eventually there would be you being dust. So an atomic bomb is uh, a, an age bomb. Age bomb. Okay, I shouldn't be. But age, as in aging. Age bomb. Holy crap. That was a bad joke. But it's what it does is that if you're close enough, then you will age in the speed of light. You will become ash. You can kiss bye bye to everything. This is probably what has happened on Earth before, in earlier stages. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Okay, so not only that, I believe that there is ways to reset electromagnetic fields. There has to. So um, to make self-reliance is the greatest art. Yeah, to make let's say you have this picture here. What happened to everything? It was blown apart because let's see. At the same time as it emits light, it emits a high explosion, which is a sound wave. The sound wave will, well, kill everything with pressure, and the light wave will burn everything to crisps. And if you kind of miss the explosion wave, then you will have the fusion, the light age rays, speed of light, killing you off instead. So you have two explosions in an atomic bomb, or two things you can die of. Shit. And I don't know if the idiots who made the bombs. The thing is that okay, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the they were two different age bombs. The one of them was a hydrogen bomb, and the other one was one made of uranium and plutonium, right? At least that's the history I know of. But at same thing, or the same in the same way, there's this. I can't paint it up, but I can't paint. I can do something else. Wait. Okay, whoops. So this is time. I wasn't supposed to do this, but yeah. Okay. So this is the easiest way. Here's the freaking start point. So the universe is fractal, right? While I was doing this, I was actually thinking of some math. They used math to understand the world, the beginning and end, and when they were like having this great big equation, it ended in eternity, and they were like, no, nothing could be eternal. No, no, I can't. No, I'm not gonna sit by this. So they did it again by using quantum physics, quantum mathematics, and they came up with eternal, uh, um, well, infinites instead. And they were like, yeah, this is okay. Yeah, okay. We'll have to count this as fact then, and let's do something else. Why does this way more less than this way? Kind of. Let's find the God particle. Let's find the Higgs particle. So yeah, that's fun, right? So they found the Higgs particle. Now they're looking for dark matter. They're not going to find dark matter before they actually learn to understand how they need to dig a hole, put their ego in it, and just accept that they could have been led on a straight path all along. There's more like things coming all the time, and I tend to believe, or I tend to like math and physics a lot, even if I'm not good at the practical thing. I can actually understand some of it theoretically because I find it interesting. So, come on. Okay. I am going to get this done, hopefully today while I'm talking. Well, so the thing was there, when I was cutting this into pieces, I was thinking, well, if the universe is fractal, well, then it would most definitely be eternal till the day we actually stopped. So the whole, it's a free will to be here. It's fully of free will to be here. But everyone needs to take the decision of when we're to stop or not. Time doesn't work as people think it to be. I asked a person like, yesterday, I asked her, what do you believe? You know time, right? And she goes, yes. No, you think you know what time is. That's the whole thing. You think you know what time is. So the sun is dying, right? It's getting less and less people that actually talks to it. I'm not gonna go into that. I need to do this, and right now I'm not even making what's the name of that? It's supposed to be a band. I can cut it off here, and I can make that one. Oh, let's see. There. Let's do that. Yeah. Cut that there. Okay, so this is a normal circle, right? Yeah. So if I take this and I kind of do this with it, do you know what happens now? It's one-sided. It's going on for eternity. You can drive on it and it will never stop. Never. There's no end to it, there's no beginning to it, and there's only one side. Cool, right? It's like eternity. But the thing is with time, here you have two sides here. Now it's two sides. Then you take this, just flip it over, put it on here. Now you only have one side. So I do understand some way of thinking that Okay, so we need something that is, let's see, that this, you need to understand this. You got one side. Now we have to do this instead. Okay, so we have this. Let's say that this is not the timeline. This is definitely not the timeline. But you see this? See this? Okay, I can't do this fully functionally right now. I'm gonna do this and take it on floor instead and see if I can show you the right thinking from there. Hopefully I can. So because I've been questioning a lot of things. I even questioned if the world was flat, but I didn't stay in that stage. I actually found out which things that proved that the Earth wasn't flat, which is the moon can't show two different sides if the world is flat, right? So there wouldn't be um, a lower and a south or a north hemisphere, right? So we have that. You can see this. Whoops, sorry. This is the. Let's say this is the universe. It's or our timeline, the fractal universe. We're just. Sorry. There. Okay, so this is the fractal universe. Uh, what happens here now is that this point here and this point here is actually the same, like in the other one. And this is the beginning, and time is what's between. It's not this. Time is the straight line down in the middle of the whole fractal. You understand? And this actually goes back to the start point and it's eternal. That's how time, or that's how, that's why it's eternal. It's a time travel loop. It's going to be a time travel loop because people are going to understand what time travel is through the understanding of time, which is light. Light is time. I when I had my awakening, I didn't come from this reality. I came from another reality that was uh, I don't know how to put it because okay, when you have the whole time loop thingy, it's been like this from the beginning. We're all the only difference now is that we are um it's so marvelous. The only thing that is now is that we have gone through so many of these cycles that we have different evolved species entities that people call demons and stuff like that. That's the aliens are probably the the result of time traveling, and some of them just stopped doing it like eons ago, just understanding what what needs to be for it to end. So they kind of ended time. They because yeah, um, we can't live without light. Um, the we need the energy from it. So, but it's also a very necessary thing, and there has been people like I believe that there's people in the future that travels back uh kind of um throw in some people that well there's a lot of there was a lot of fear from my side when you go through the whole awakening process, or what I don't really know how to anyway, when you go through it, you have to go through all these stages of belief. So you have the Earth is flat is one of them. It's the first off. The first is that there's nothing. The second is that the Earth is flat. The third is the Earth is globe. The fourth is that um, torsion fields, understanding of torsion fields, and that everything is connected. Um, and there's supposed to be 11 dimensions, doctors say. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, I I've never been having that before. Okay, so uh, I believe that when you slow down your metabolism, you are capable of um, living longer. Um, you live longer because you perceive everything more slowly, and you use less energy. When you use less energy, you tend to see the world like move really fast around you. So it's so when you're I I've I've been very interested in religion and physics, math, and gurus and all of that stuff. And then I started to become a truth seeker, and then it came the time where I awakened. And when you awaken in the manner that I did, in in the reality, or the timeline, or whatever dimension, call it what you want, I don't know what to call it. It's a fractal reality. In the fractal reality where I came from, there weren't any answers left for me. There wasn't anything left for me to question. I had already gotten. I couldn't get the answers that I needed. So um, I kind of traveled between. Okay, so you have the timeline. I know that I made a picture here. Oh, no, there. I made a picture yesterday that I posted like everywhere, and it's like I believe we're here somewhere or here somewhere between these 2 points. And if this is the timeline, this is the fractal Fibonacci fractal universe. I'm taking it as Fibonacci. So um, we're between these 2 points where people are going to learn stuff, and those who don't learn will live through problems. uh, this is when my I when I there's two ways to live by. It's like nothing is your fault or everything is your fault. I like the whole lifestyle by everything is my fault. I like that because if I do something wrong, I actually will be dealt with by the the karmic forces of empathy, and um, in the world that we live in now, it's like nothing is my fault. Uh, that person is a fucking yerk. Yeah, but why is that person a yerk? Could it possibly be because you're a fucktard? Maybe. So if I go around telling people that they are idiots, people will think I'm an idiot, right? Then it's my fault from the beginning, right? People can think what they want. I will not take it in as it were meant to towards me. It's also a thought that I have that work and and then it's up to you to to associate to the statement, which is either you know that you're a yerk or you don't know you're a yerk. And if you don't know you're a yerk, you will be like, uh, uh, fuck you. And if you know, you're just gonna be, yeah, oh, bye. Do you understand the two differences? Well, most people don't understand what they are, so they tend to behave like, oh, just look at Trump and some leaders all over the world. They they might be, well, people that don't understand what they understand are the little bitches. Can I say that? Well, I already said that. But even if so, where if people treat if people would be treating me badly, I would most definitely be treating others really bad. It's the whole golden rule. So it's so simple, but you need to go through the awakening process to be able to understand this, and you will meet yourself. You are your worst enemy, and you understand that, you will start to see the world differently. When you accept, I don't know how to say it even. Yeah, I shouldn't be going into this right now. It's I think I'm done with this is not pseudoscience. This is retards that don't understand call people that don't understand things. They tend to to they tend to oh how should I put it um people that don't understand tend to believe it as a lie. That's why you don't know anything. The really smart people, they know that they don't know a thing. I don't. I knew that I didn't know anything, and then when I accepted that, I got all this information from nowhere. That the fractal universe and it's spreading like wildfire throughout everyone that understands what I already understand, spreading to everyone. There is yeah, presently championed exclusively outside a reputable scientific research due to its lack of evidence and absence of sound theoretical underpinning. The The theory has been used to proclaim faster than light travel. But it's not faster than light travel, it's just blocking out the light because it's using sound. And it still needs to be a really high pitch of electromagnetism. Um, so it actually pushes the light away. Extrasensory perception is your brain waves are slowing down, so you perceive more light. You receive, it's like this, here. People inside of the box get filtered information. They see black and white. That's why I call everyone that watch TV, eat meat, and live by kind of live in their deceitful beliefs. They tend to be inside of this world of fear, and when you start to like question it, you will eventually get out of that box, and you will see more the more you learn, and eventually you start to understand your body, and you will start meditating. You will stop eating meat. You will start eating fresh foods that have a high density of energy, and you will be able to, by that, slow down your metabolism by fasting. Not like well, I believe that well, I'm not gonna go into that one. So, and then you will see more of. I can already see. Is it normal to see the the ultraviolet and the infrared in a rainbow? I don't know. I've always seen it. When I meditate, I tend to see more bluish light everywhere, and when that goes down, because I tend to um, see less. It starts to get really contrasted, and then it grays out. It starts to be grayish. Is that what I mean? No, maybe not. Anyway, there are when you eat right, when you have a low metabolism, you will have what the doctors say hallucinations, and you will get schizophrenia. Yes, it's because people tend to see things as they see fit, and they will say, well, you're sick because I can't see it, so then you're sick. Well, we're like 5,000 people seeing the same thing. Yeah, you're all sick. Who are the people that are sick, really? Have you seen the whole thing? Lazy people sitting down, getting fat because they have a too large intake of energy, which is not energy, because when you eat energy, you stop getting hungry. But if you eat something that is kind of like energy, like sugar, you can't stop because you want more, because it's fake energy. If you want real energy, take a fruit. Eat a fruit or a vegetable or anything that actually have been out in sunlight. Yum, yum, yum. Stop eating flesh. It's not good for you. So, I don't know what I was supposed to open there, but yeah. We, we have at the same time, when you have the electromagnetic field, you will be able to um, the metabolism will go down, and when that go down, your heart rate will go down, and when your heart rate is down, you will, well, um, many meditate into the state instead. They, they're just sitting. You know, they're not even living. The thing is that you need to train your heart. You need to meditate from time to time so that you can start to control your body into having a low frequency. If we're to, well, you need to go down in wavelength. Uh, Eating stuff like sugar is gonna be like this all the time. It's yeah. At the same time, I'm like the faster you. I noticed that when I eat a lot of energy, like kind of, I become manic, right? If I instead stop talking when I am manic, I become happy and instead just eat more energy. Wouldn't my electromagnetic field like emit such a high pitch that I would emit light? At the same time, I wouldn't emit light, I would have light around me. At the same time, we all communicate through, because you have the electromagnetic field, it will push out and it will like be light around, or how should I put it? If you vanish from the light, then you move slower than speed, or faster. whatever, it, if you are to have true camouflage, then like I don't know how to talk about this. It's not. It's perhaps it's still too early for people to know about this. Here we have the C interrelates space and time and also appears in the famous equation of space mass energy equivalence. Still, I think that Nikola Tesla, and this is why I believe this, because when Einstein was asked who was the smartest person in how it felt to be the smartest person alive, and he said, "Ask Nikola Tesla." And people who tend to be arrogant believes that um, that Einstein was how should I say tend to think that he was sarcastic. But the thing is that if he was had mild autism, which many suspect he had, then he wouldn't be capable of using sarcasm as a means to talk to other people, because people that have autism react to sarcasm as someone being like evil or being nasty without the other one knowing. It's deceitful and it's not nice at all. So we tend to not like it to be used at all. So if he's like me or I'm like him, then it would probably be true what he said. And if that's true, I think that he could have gotten some ideas from Nikola Tesla, and he tried to make them understood, and he kind of with this equation equals to E equals to mc square. So and I don't know how many who actually understands what he tried to do. I should have been a mathematician instead. But I didn't. Yeah, I wanted to be a programmer. Did I do that? No. I went out to be a fucking truck driver. Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm gonna link a lot of shit down in the description. This could be good if I actually used this little box. Well, the world is fantastic. It's so simple, yet so delicately advanced. And the thing is, I don't care if it's a simulation. I care about other people, more or less because I believe that we're all one. Every living thing. Anyway, thanks for listening in. Tune in on the next episode. I can't remember when, but soon. Anyway, bye.